Welcome everybody to the Development Assessment Committee for the 20th of April. I'd like to, everyone's present either online or in the room, so there'll be no apologies. Please note that this meeting is recorded in accordance with Maroubra Shire's governance rules, and the meeting will also be live streamed. Item 4, confirmation of minutes of the Development Assessment Committee of Wednesday the 16th of March. Will somebody move? Councillor Tatchell, second to Councillor Dudzik. All those in favour? It's carried, thank you. Item 5, are there any matters arising from the previous minutes, councillors? Okay, thank you. Any disclosure of conflicts of interest? Councillor, I would like to note a conflict of interest in item 7.1 on the business paper here tonight, in that I'm doing some work professionally as a surveyor for the applicant in this matter, so I just want to note that. So just moving on to that item 7.1, as I said before, I do have a conflict of interest, so I'll vacate the chair, leave the room and hand over to the Deputy Mayor, Councillor Dudzik, please.
Okay, item 7.1, I believe there are no speakers. I believe there was a request for a deferral.
Yes, I'd like to move to defer the item, Madam Deputy Mayor, at the request of the applicant, so has a chance to speak to the item and speak to officers prior to next time it coming forward.
Was that a second? Seconded, Councillor Thatchell. Is there any objections? You object?
Excuse me, Councillor Dudzik. I just note that the council wrote to the applicant regarding the concerns.
Sorry, we'll actually have to vote on whether or not it's deferred. So I'll hand over to Moira to speak in favour of the deferral. Oh, sorry, Councillor Berry.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. I believe the applicant hadn't seen the content of the report and wasn't aware of the details. He wasn't aware of it being refused on the grounds of why it was being refused either. So he'd like a chance, the applicant would like a chance to speak to the item, so that's the reason for deferral.
Councillor Thatchell, do you wish to speak?
Oh, look, I think it's common that we do this in the interest of a democratic process.
Councillor Ward, do you wish to speak against?
I just note that council wrote to the applicant regarding the lack of sufficient justification for the proposed amendments, and the applicant chose not to respond.
Shall we vote on the deferral? All those in... Oh, back to Councillor Berry to close.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. I'm just going by what I've been informed from the applicant, that he hadn't seen the content of the report. Not sure in regards to his email situation, just wishing for a deferral so he gets the chance to talk to the item and speaks to officers beforehand.
All those in favour of the deferral?
I've got a question, Councillor Dudzik, if I may, Madam Chair.
Councillor Edwards.
Just from the perspective of officers, would we be jeopardising any decision if we deferred it, i.e. we wouldn't meet our time frames and therefore the applicant would have the ability to automatically go to VCAT?
Mr Phillich?
Through the chair, no, at this point, I believe this application's been in the system for over that period, so they could go to that at the moment anyhow. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr Phillich.
Those in favour of a deferral? Those against? Councillor Edwards, what are you voting?
Abstaining, Councillor Dudzik.
That motion is carried for a deferral. It'll come back to the next development assessment meeting, and we'll move on to item 7.2 and get the mayor. The item was deferred till next meeting.
Next item of business is item, 7.2, which is use and development childcare centre, removal of vegetation and reduction in the standard car parking rate at 14 Stead Street, Milan. Mr Phillish, I believe there's some correction to a condition or slight amendment you'd like to advise councillors of, please.
Through the Mayor, thank you. Condition 15, it just has an error in reference to the engineering services report. Instead of Drysdale, it should be substituted for Driscoll.
Did council, someone turn that air conditioning down? It's pretty noisy here. Sorry. Councillor Tatchell, you have a question there, please?
I'll just move it if you like, Mr Mayor.
With that amendment,
Yeah.
seconded Councillor Minari. Are there any opposition? I'll put that. All those in favour? It's carried. Thank you. Next item of business is update on trends, issues and other matters. Mr Phillish, are there any to report to council at this stage?
No, there's not.
Thank you. Item 9, any process forward and work programs to advise council of?
Nothing to report.
Thank you. Item 10, update of VCAT decisions. Are there any that have come in more recent times to inform council?
No, there's not.
Thank you. Council, any other business? Okay. The date of our next meeting is Wednesday, the 18th of May 2022. And at that juncture, council, I will close the meeting. Thank you very much for your participation. Thank you, officers. And we'll pick up at the next DAC meeting on Wednesday, the 18th. So thank you very much.